Hey everybody, welcome here to Musicians Edition. I'm Evan, and on the guitar I wanted to go over some guitar maintenance tips to help you save money and get a bit more familiar with your guitars. Maintenance is an area that a lot of people neglect, myself included, for a good portion of my guitar playing. Just taking my guitar in for setups, but those get really expensive. They've gotten a lot more expensive over time, and so there's not a whole lot you need to do maintenance on in your guitars, and it's all pretty doable if you learn the tricks behind it. But even if you don't want to learn it, if you are comfortable taking it into someone else or having them doing it, even if you prefer to bring it into somebody else, we'll go over how often you should be doing these things so you are not spending more money than you need to be. All right, so these are all the possible adjustments that you should or that someone should be doing to your guitar at least every once in a while. And that's going to be changing the strings on your guitar, as well as cleaning the strings and cleaning the fretboard. There's also neck adjustments using the truss rod. We have action adjustments for the strings, and we have intonation adjustments also for the strings. So these are some new terms maybe for you, and I used to get some of these confused as well too. But pretty simple when you go into these, and it will really help you get more familiar with your guitars here. So out of these things, when you do a setup at a store, they'll pretty much always be changing the strings. They'll do a good cleaning of it to make it look much nicer. And then the neck adjustments are the bulk of what they do afterwards, because the neck is the thing that does bend or need adjusting most frequently. Those other ones we talked about, intonation and action, once you really dial them in with that set of strings, then you usually don't have to adjust them too often. All right, so let's talk about each of these. Changing strings. This is something that is recommended for all guitar players to be able to do for themselves, because depending on how often you play, you might have to do this pretty often. This is, out of this entire list, the one that should happen most frequently, changing of the strings. If you play every day for over an hour a day, it's recommended monthly. If you play at a more moderate level, every 3 to 6 months. And then if you do play more rarely, every 6 months to a year, somewhere in that range is where you should find yourself. But if you do notice that difference of after playing for a while, it's getting a month, a few months, and you notice the strings are getting duller, not hitting how they used to, then that's a sign you've hit that level of wear and tear where you should change them out. If cost is a factor, buy in bulk. You can get bulk of a 10-pack on Amazon or Sweetwater at stores, and that really does help you save money to get it down to about $5 for one set of strings. Doing that monthly, every few months, it's not too cost expensive there. Changing your strings looks different on whatever your type of guitar is, so look up changing the strings on your specific guitar, or at least your brand of guitar, to find something similar. It's really not that hard to do, finding one video of it, and you should be able to get the hang of it no problem. And then when you do change the strings, that's your chance to do our next one, which is cleaning the fretboard. For cleaning the fretboard, you don't have to do it any more often than when you do change out those strings, because it is so much easier to do when you have this blank slate of no strings there. So whenever I change those strings and have them off, I'll use some product to wipe down the fretboard, different kinds of cleaners, as well as polish for the head of the guitar. So Dunlop has different products that work great for all that stuff, or whatever other brands too. You do not really need to clean the strings often while they are on your guitar. When you first put them on, you might want to put like a little cleaner and lubricant on, but regular cleaning you really do not have to do with your strings. So that one is not really one you have to worry about too much. Just changing the strings when you notice they're old, or stick with those time frames if you're not really sure what to look for. Heavy players, about a month. Moderate, 3 to 4, or rare players, more 6 months, sometimes up to a year, you can get away with. Our next one is neck adjustments. To do neck adjustments, you are going to use the truss rod, which on your electric guitar should be right here, inside that black hole there. On an acoustic, you'll see in the picture here, it is in the sound hole. You can see the tool being used there is an Allen wrench. Typically for the one in here on the electrics, as well as the one inside on those acoustics, an Allen wrench will get the job done. Neck adjustments can be done on an as-needed basis, because you can visually see if there's a problem if you know what you're looking for, or seasonally, if you live in an area with varying climates where you go through 4 seasons. In the winter versus in the summer, there's different levels of humidity that will affect this. So if you do live in a place like that, every 6 months is recommended to do that neck adjustment with the truss rod. Let's go ahead and see what we're looking for with that. You want the one that is on top here, that is a very slight forward bow. So the strings from end to end are roughly the same distance when compared to the fretboard here, if you look at it from the top. You should have a very slight bow where towards the middle they are very slightly closer to the fretboard than the outsides. But it's nothing extreme. You can see in the picture what that should look like. If you have a forward bow, you'll see it in the way the strings lay, and you'll also be getting buzzing sounds on the ends there. Versus if you have a backwards bow, you'd be getting buzzing more around the middle areas of the strings there. So whether you hear it or whether you see it, you can be able to look or play around and see if you're having issues with your neck adjustments, and that is where you would go to the truss rod. But look up a more detailed video on how to do that for your specific guitar. Slight adjustments are always the key, a quarter turn at a time, making sure you're paying attention, and sometimes just doing a quarter turn for a day, playing around with it, then coming back to it again to make sure you're not overdoing it, because this is one that really can damage your guitar, so be careful with this. As well as our next one, which is going to be string or action adjustments. Action is just how far above the fretboard or how close to the fretboard the strings are. So how much distance or gap is there between the strings versus when they are touching the fretboard. So too low means you get buzzing. Too high means it takes too much effort to push the strings down onto the frets and get a clean sound. So you want somewhere in the middle. And there is an ideal measurement for this. You can see it's here at roughly about 2 millimeters on your strings. And we have 2 nuts that we're gonna adjust for this one. And on mine, they are here by the saddles, that's what these are called, on the bridge of my guitar. So they're usually gonna be somewhere where the strings end on your guitar. They look different for different brands. You can see a couple of examples here. But this is where mine are. There's gonna be 2 nuts, one by the high E and one by the low E that I can adjust. This does not need regular maintenance. If you do change the string size that you're putting on the gauge of the strings, then you will likely want to do maintenance on this, because that could affect the buzzing and how far you want the strings away. If you're getting a bigger thickness on the strings, you want to lift them a bit higher up than if you do have thinner ones. But once you do really get this dialed in with your types of strings, you don't have to adjust them much at all. It's really just on an as-needed basis, and you don't really need to do it regularly, monthly, or anything close to that once you do have it dialed in. Just if you're noticing that buzzing, or if you're noticing that it's getting extra hard to push down, that's when you would come in and adjust it. And again, those 2 nuts right here. Again, look up a more detailed video so you don't do any damage to your guitar, because different guitars have these in different spots. Intonation is going to be our last one here. Intonation is the tones, making sure you're getting consistent tones across the fretboard. So on an E, I'm getting actually an F on the 1st fret. I'm getting actually an F sharp, and I'm getting actually another E on the 12th fret, an octave up. So the easy way to check this is strum that open E with a tuner. If it's tuned right, it should be on E. And then strum it on that 12th fret, and make sure you're also getting an E, that 1 octave up E. Check every string for that. A to A, D to D, and check it with that tuner to make sure you're actually getting the right tones that you want throughout these strings on your guitar, because you could be getting out of tune as you get higher up on certain strings. So that is a check you do want to do. You don't have to do this too frequently, just maybe when you change strings, different kinds of strings, but otherwise it should stay locked into those tones if you do have it set up right. And the way to adjust this is with the saddle right here. So we have these 6 screws, one for each of our strings that are going in there. We can adjust each string individually. So maybe some strings are locked in on the right tones, but some are not. So we are going to play around with these screws here, tightening or loosening them until we do get that appropriate tone, low and an octave higher for each string. Again, you might want to look into a bit more detail into these, and very slight adjustments are always the key. So you loosen a little bit, you tighten a little bit until you find right on there, as opposed to a little sharp or a little flat. And that goes over all of the adjustments that can be made on your guitar and things to look out for if you feel like it is hindering your playing. So changing the strings, adjusting the truss rod for the neck, lifting off the strings, the action with our 2 nuts here, and adjusting the saddle for the intonation on those strings. If you can know how to do those, then you do not have to spend that $100 every year or so doing that full setup. You can save a lot of money by just knowing how to adjust your strings and how to look out for these things on a regular basis. And we'll look again at the timeline for each of these here. So we said for changing the strings, depending on how much you play, it could be 1 month for heavy, About 3 months for moderate and 6 months to a year for those rare players. Neck adjustments with the truss rod every 6 months if you do live in a seasonal area with humidity adjustments. Even less than that if you're in an area with a more moderate climate, or just as you notice it with that buzzing in certain areas, or just seeing a weird kind of shape at your neck. But once you do have it dialed in and you're in a more moderate climate, you don't have to do it too much. But at most every 6 months for that one. That action or string height, once you get it good once, it should be good for a while, but maybe every year you're going to check on it. Intonation, you can double check it every time you do put on new strings as a good test to make sure you did it right. But once those strings are locked in, you really don't have to adjust it after that. So again, the things that most commonly change is changing those strings, and it is those neck adjustments. Those are the things that most of the time is spent on when you would take your guitar in for that setup. These other things are pretty rare, but always good for you to know in case you're running into issues. So now this should help you solve any issues you do come across. So some issues you might be running into could be your strings are sounding dull or old. Okay, change your strings. You're getting buzzing on just certain areas of the fretboard, but not all over. All right, that's probably a neck adjustment with the truss rod. You're getting buzzing all over. All right, that's probably going to be a height adjustment using the action in these two nuts. Or the strings seem really far off and you're having a hard time pressing down. Neck adjustment the other way, where we're going to make them a little closer. Intonation, where it sounds like you're getting out of tune as you play kind of higher up on the guitar. All right, where we're going to go to the saddle and adjust those screws. Whether you do it or you have someone else do it, now you know the adjustments you would need for whatever problems you come across. All right, and hopefully all this helps you get to better know your guitars, save some money, do some of these adjustments yourself, or just know exactly what you need done by somebody else when you're running into these problems, or you know how often you do need to take it in. So this is a great way to get better to know your guitar. You can even make adjustments to each of these to your personal style, as opposed to a regular standard that a guitar maintenance worker would do for you. Getting better to know our guitars is always going to make us better players. So have fun playing and tweaking your guitars, and we'll see you next time.